What's good, everyone? It's Josh again. Tonight I'm going to talk about the 49er Cardinals game. I know it's been a bit since that game, but I just wanted to talk about it and give you, my take on it. First off, congratulations, we won, right? So, pretty stoked about that. Um, Second, it's awesome to beat the 40 whiners twice, so that always feels good. I mean, irregardless that we're obviously 2-6, but still, at least we swept the 40 whiners this year, so that's good. So let's talk about the game in a whole. So I thought that the game itself was kind of what you expected, right? Two shitty teams. Trying to figure out which team wasn't going to be the worst that would win. I mean, it was like baseball scores there for a little while, right? Like 3-0, 2-3, 5-3, and then they kick in the touchdown, and then so on and so forth itself. But for a while there, it was totally two crappy teams playing each other. So, but we got to give out some shout outs for that game though, for sure. Brian Leftwich, obviously our new offensive coordinator itself. Didn't really expect much for him because, he got kind of just thrown into that role. So there was no way he was really going to be able to change much of the playbook. Unfortunately, he was going to have to use fucking bullshit, fucking McCoy's playbook. But he did utilize the screen passes a lot more, which was good to see. David Johnson kind of out in space. Utilized him much differently than fucking douchebag McCoy, so it was good to see that, And I think Leftwich really was trying to get a feel for it, I think it's one thing when you call, plays in the preseason under Arians, and then it's another thing to then be thrusted in as the actual offensive coordinator and like be in control of that, I mean, he had to find some rhythm, which was apparent come the fourth quarter, with all the fucking shenanigans by our team, which looked like for a while like we just wanted to kind of give the game away. Just not sustaining drives, obviously not converting on third downs. The offensive line, again, looked putrid. I'm not even going to call out the players because there's no need to. You guys already know from my last videos I've bitched and ranted about it. I mean, the offensive line they suck. However, though, using the screen passes did help alleviate some of that problem, kind of get the ball out of Rosen's hands and such. But still, even that wasn't enough because, I mean, obviously Rosen took some sacks and shit and couldn't open up any lanes, again, a bunch of wasted money on an offensive line that can't run block to save their life. So, whatever. There were some costly turnovers that could have ended us, but didn't. Rosen's interception, Gresham's fumble. Those could have been devastating. Luckily, they weren't. I will say this. The team did play with heart this time around, so I'm not even a bitch. Like, They played. It looked like they played with some fucking emotion. I'll give them that. They looked like they played with some fucking heart finally for once in fucking the whole season. So that was good to see. That was good to see both offensive and defensive. And I don't mean like offense like the whole team because obviously the offensive line sucked, but certain players. Larry Fitz, my boy Larry Fitz, he just like a fucking warrior, dude. Again, like I've been saying every week, he's just the fucking man, dude. He is the fucking GOAT. He is the GOAT for us, Christian Kirk as well. He played a hell of a game, That touchdown he got with 36 seconds left in the game, in the back corner, not the back corner, but the back of the end zone. That sealed the win for us, ultimately. I really like that kid. I think Rosen to Kirk connection is going to be something that, thank God, us Cardinal fans are going to be able to see for a long time coming, and that's pretty good. I'm pretty excited about that future for those two. Larry Fitz does what Larry Fitz does, dude. Scores a fucking touchdown, fucking with sheer will and determination, gets a 2-point conversion, and then spikes the ball. First time I've ever seen him spike the ball in his entire career as a Cardinal, which is pretty awesome, man, because it's just that raw emotion, right? That raw fucking desire. That kind of shit will will a whole team. You know, I saw that Antoine Bethea, he had a big ass speech, pregame speech, and that man went out and delivered, dude. Had a fucking sack and defended well in the box. I mean, we still got gouged a bit in the running game against us, but I thought the defense played all in all a lot better. Looked like we went more to a base defense finally. Fucking 3 linebackers, fucking 4 in the front, like we kind of expected. Reddick again looks like he's like the shit's starting to really click. I mean, you can speed that guy's speed. Dale Buchanan, for all of those that have commented on other places about fucking my thought on Buchanan. He played a pretty good game. I wouldn't say it was great. It was pretty good. I mean, he still got swallowed up here and there, but I mean, when you don't play for a few weeks, I guess, that fire gets lit under your ass. I mean, who cares, right? He's going to be a free agent. So, I mean, at the end of the year, there's no way that fucking guy's re-signing with us. Not the way this season's gone. So, we should have traded his ass, but we didn't. So, now we're kind of just stuck with, like, a lost cause because he'll be gone, Our boy Buda Baker fucking got a sack, dude. That guy's relentless, dude. Kind of forget that we even had the Honey Badger, to be honest with you. I know some of you are going to be like, damn, Josh, you're fucking stupid. Like, the Badger's the shit. Well, I've seen some Texas games, and I can't say I've watched any of those and thought memorably of, like, oh, man, the Badger lighting it up down in Texas. So, fuck off, And if you don't like it, don't watch my fucking shit. And, again, it's not what I think, so... but yeah, I think Buda Baker tore it up. Fucking Marcus Golden, man, that guy's got a motor. A fucking no-quit motor. And you can kind of see he looks finally healthy back from that knee injury. Chandler Jones, couple sacks too, man. Like, so those, like, individual players. And then Nietzsche, the fucking Nietzsche dude, popped up the ball, almost got an INT, dude. So individual players, solid. Josh Bynes, again, stud at middle linebacker for us, dude. Then there was some not so good things, right? Pat P got fucking burned on that shallow crossing route by Goodwin, dude. I mean, and then he did, vintage Pat P where he kind of like Charlie horses it up there once he knows he's gotten burned and shit. Like, oh, I can't do it, bitch. So he got fucking burned hard, which I'll say this, dude. Pat P doesn't really get thrown at a lot, and when he does, he really fucks up in crucial moments. I've noticed throughout his career. So, but then he redeems himself late in the fourth quarter when he knocks away a pass, I think, from Goodwin down deep. So I know some people will be like, "Well, that was like, that was his way of like making up for that mistake." Not really. I mean, he gave up a touchdown on like a 55-yard shallow crossing route. And I know the safety over top should have been deeper in and out to the outside to have caught that, but fucking whatever. Still, as Pat P's man, he bitched about wanting to be able to move around and shit, move him around, and he got fucking torched. So, whatever. David Johnson looked better as well with the screen passes and like getting pulled out into the slot and stuff, and some zone read tosses and stuff. He looked better. I mean, again, I think definitely a negative spot was Rosen getting that fucking intentional grounding safety in the back of the end zone. I mean, you just can't do that. It's a rookie mistake. You just can't do that. So, well, whatever. I mean, all in all, we obviously win, right? So, I mean, that's like the thing. Like, we won. Like, I should be happy about that. Right? We're 2-6. We're not the worst team. We're like the third worst team or fourth worst team. So, but still, I mean, we still suck. But, we got a fucking W. And then it was good to get that W and then go into the bye week, can hang your hat on that. And obviously now we'll come back refreshed and start the second half of the season. So, first half of the season, over. Washed away. 2-6 was that season. Now we have 8 more games to go, and we'll see, obviously, what will come of that. We get to start the season off now, the second half of the season, with Kansas City. So that'll be that's going to be a real barn burner. I'm going to go out on a limb and say we're probably going to lose. And again, I love my Cardinals, but I'm going to be realistic. Probably going to get their ass beat. Dude, Kansas City's no joke, dude. Their offense is, like, legit. So yeah, so I expect to get an ass whooping. So again, I'll be back on here again talking about how bad we looked. Um, and if we don't, then I'll eat crow and and be honest about like taking one on the chin for that. But I just don't think. I mean, watching those guys, they just look like a juggernaut. So I mean, they're like the real deal. So we'll see. But it was nice not to see fucking Dead Eyes Wilkes, on the sideline. At least we didn't see that look. He looked like he was in command finally. It's good not to see McCoy walking around the sidelines. That fucking dusty ass piece of shit. But we gotta do something about the offensive line. We gotta do something. We gotta get better receivers. I mean, we just need to invest some money. Like, front office needs to invest some fucking money. So, But yeah, overall, again, defense played with some heart. Got some sacks. Dialed it up when we needed to. Offense did just enough. Chosen Rosen, comeback kid, wins it in the fourth. I see some potential in that kid. I see some real potential with him. So I look forward to seeing what the future holds for that guy. I mean, we just need to surround him with the right things. But yeah, overall, I mean, I can't really complain too much. A few things here and there, but all in all, a win is a win is a win, right? Any given Sunday. So fucking chalk it up, suck on that. Fucking 40 whiners, bitches in San Fran. Let's see you fuckers next year. Yee. So yeah, with that, you guys have a good night, and we'll talk soon. Until then, peace.